all of you. Now the time for prelims preparation has started, the countdown for 2025. And one question everybody asks me is how to study and prepare for the prelims. Now prelims preparation के लिए there are a couple of stages. I'm assuming that most of you have done your course, the basic readings, NCERTs, and most of you are getting into the prelims mode. Now one very important aspect of prelims preparation is आप सबको क्वेश्चंस समझना होगा यूपीएससी कैसे सवाल पूछती है. यूपीएससी का एक तरीका है पूछने का. They have a method to it, the type of questions, statements that they phrase, the type of choices that they ask, and the type of issues they go after. यूपीएससी बहुत कम ऐसे क्वेश्चंस हैं जो कि रैंडम होंगे कि कहीं भी उठा लिया, कहीं से कुछ पूछ लिया. ऐसा होता नहीं है. One common mistakes teachers also make and students also make is they do not study the PYQs properly. PYQs अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा बैंक है. It's a huge resource to help you guide your preparation. In fact, I keep telling my students कि if you need to be guided, there are 3 indisputable guides for your preparation. Number 1 is look at the syllabus as repeatedly as possible. Number 2 is look at the previous year's questions. What type of framing, what type of issues they pick up. And third, of course, is any mentor or teacher that you trust. और इसी ऑर्डर में सिलेबस को पहले मास्टर करो, PYQs ठीक से समझो, and then probably talk to a teacher, a mentor, and consistently try working according to whatever process that has been laid out for you. So, a recommendation to all of you. Now we are in the month of October and the process is starting. What I suggest is do a lot of analysis of the PYQs. What you can do is you can make a sheet. I'm sharing a sheet with all of you as a sample. Every subject has certain areas that they keep asking from. For example, if you take polity, the broad areas of polity are fundamental rights, DPSP, parliament, the executive, the judiciary, emergency provisions, center-state relations, and so on. But the questions are not asked from every section which is part of your study or your notes. There is a principle of 80-20. 80% of questions comes from 20% of the syllabus. So, as a part of our prelims preparation, हम क्या करते हैं बच्चों को कि we give them a chart which they must fill up according to how they study the PYQs. So, I'm sharing this sheet with you right now. ये sheet देखिए, there are 11 broad areas we have identified, which includes making of the Constitution, basics of the Constitution together in one single row. Union and territories, citizenship, fundamental rights, DPSP, amendments to the Constitution, judiciary, parliament, center state, legislative and executive, election and other constitutional bodies, and the local government. I've also left another one row as others. So what you should do is go year by year. Say आपने 2023 का पेपर उठाया and write down which are the questions which are from these particular topics. So, for example, आपने identify किया there are 2 questions on citizenship. Then fill up the question number. Say you find there are 1 question from judiciary. Write the question number. वैसे ही आपने identify किया that there are maybe 1 question from topics of making of constitution. Write the question number. And then for each question you find out what is the difficulty level. Generally we say there are 3 type of difficulty levels, L1, L2 and L3. L1 वो होते हैं जो straight questions होते हैं which your notes have, which your teachers must have covered and which you are bound to know even if you have not studied for some reasons. That is L1 question. L2 question requires some amount of interlinkages. The L3 questions are very applied in nature. The L3 questions require some kind of opinion, some type of deep thinking. So broadly, L1 are the easiest questions and L3 require applied understanding based, and the transition types are L2 type of questions. So you write down what do you think the questions are L1, L2 or L3, and then the next vertical column is about identifying whether the questions are current affair based or are the static questions. ये बहुत बड़ा आपके डिस्कवरी होगा. Realize that UPSC does not ask too many questions on current affairs. Yes, current affair could be an important lead towards why they ask, but rarely are all questions around current affairs. You make a list for yourself and see this. It will be a great revelation to realize that so many questions come from the static part which you rely on the notes and books alone will help you. So do this analysis and then you can have a better understanding of which topic you must study more for the prelims preparation. हमारा जो PSP program है, Prelims Support Program, is starting from the first week of December. This is a part of that program in which we analyze, in which we help students to understand कि questions कैसे पूछे जाते हैं. So this is the sheet that you can have a look. you can scan this sheet and download from the QR code. I am attaching the QR code. इसमें आप scan कर लीजिए. You will get this sheet free of cost. And in case you need us to give you our analysis, हमने analysis कर रखा है last 5-6 years का. If you want our analysis, so please fill up this form. ये फॉर्म का लिंक हम शेयर कर रहे हैं हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन में. आप फिल कर दीजिए, हम आपको मेल कर देंगे डायरेक्टली. विल शेयर वॉट एवर एनालिसिस दैट वी हैव. यू हैव अ फेयर आइडिया अबाउट हाउ दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रिपरेशन कैन बी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड फॉर यू. Prelims preparation is not a random process. It's a very scientific method. एक approach है which can help you actually crack the examination. Don't just mindlessly keep studying and keep giving tests. In fact, starting now, I'll repeatedly share some videos where I'll teach you about how to prepare for the prelims examination. This QR code that you scan, you can download the polity analysis sheet, geography analysis sheet. Okay, for now, let us focus on one subject. And on the comment section, we have the link on which if you share your interest that you want the analysis, हम आपको mail कर देंगे the analysis of the polity questions asked in the last 2 or 3 years. Looking forward to hear from you, and I hope this series helps you. All the best with prelims examination, and we welcome you to join us for our prelims support program starting from December. All the best for prelims 2025.